And good evening and welcome to this week's edition of the Pete Mezzetti Show. Tonight's topic is the Middlesex County United Way, and with me to discuss what's going on with the United Way is Manny Martinez from the Middlesex County United Way. Manny, welcome.
Welcome. Thank you.
Hi, buddy. How are you?
I'm doing great.
Welcome for the first time.
Yeah.
How you doing?
I'm doing great. This is amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for coming down. So tell us a little bit about Manny and what exactly you do for the United Way.
Well, I just started my role with Middlesex United Way as a development director. I started on March 4th. I particularly basically raised money to divvy up and leverage partner agencies, which we have 38 of the best partner agencies that we are affiliated with.
Now, what are some of those partner agencies you guys?
So we have the Shoreline Soup Kitchens and Pantries here on the Shoreline, Westbrook Early Childhood Council, Literacy Volunteers Valley Shore,
Yep.
CUNE, Employment Opportunities. We have the Clinton Board of Education Best Beginnings as well that we support. Tri-Town Youth Service Bureau. It's so great to really get engaged with a lot of these nonprofit organizations, and I really have had the opportunity with just getting to know some of them now as I go on site visits and just, whether the networking events, I meet a lot of their executive directors or their staff. It's great just to hear their stories and what they're doing in the community.
So obviously you like what you're doing and you're a very community-oriented type person like me.
Yeah, I love what I do. I love going out there, getting to know new people, and just really putting the puzzle pieces together and just getting all the community involved as much as possible.
Now, before you started with the Middlesex County United Way, what did you do?
So I was the development director for Connecticut Rivers Council, Boy Scouts of America.
Very cool. Did you like it?
I enjoyed it. It's the geographical area was bigger. I covered 127 towns, so I was always out on the road meeting new people. And in the morning, I always say in the morning I would start in southeastern Connecticut, and sometimes at night I would end up in Northwest Hills. So
wow.
It was definitely great. I met a lot of great, fantastic people that really cared for the community, especially scouters that just enjoyed the program. I wasn't a scout growing up, but as I got involved with scouting, I did a lot of the things they did, even camping out in West Virginia for 2.5 weeks. So that was definitely amazing.
Now, for people that don't know, what exactly is the United Way and what do you guys do? So
we provide leadership and resources for 30 of the best nonprofits in Middlesex County. We have, we do our fundraising, and from that fundraising, we leverage those dollars, which is chosen by our Community Impact Council. They meet, probably every other month. And when it's time for the applications to come in, they review those applications and see what type of funding is needed for these 38 nonprofits that we support.
Now, just in a general idea, what type of funding is usually needed, or does it depend on the nonprofit organization?
So it depends on the nonprofit. It could go from staffing needs to for running a program. It could go for a program for a coalition of house homelessness. It all depends on the actual program that they're looking for. Usually what we have, our core areas are education, income, health, and housing, which are focus areas in which we provide funding for.
Very neat. Oh, God, you guys are a very busy organization.
We are very busy.
I was going to say, and last time I had somebody on with the United Way with me, I had Ed Bonilla on with me, and we talked about one of the other programs. And I've actually had Kevin Wilhelm on with me.
Yes,
but it's been a while.
It's been a while. So yes, another program which is we're actually excited about, a new initiative that we're going with this, sure. As you mentioned, ALICE. ALICE is it's asset limited, income constrained, employed, and it's a study of financial hardship in Connecticut. And what ALICE has come up with new, or United Way in Connecticut, is putting together a day of action where we are asking the community to get involved. So we are looking for 50 or more participants to enroll in the ALICE Saves program that is being launched, again, by Connecticut United Ways. Our goal is for these participants to enroll from now until June 21st. And ALICE Saves is the program hosted by Saver Life. Is designed to encourage ALICE to begin a new habit of saving by enrolling in 2 free award-winning programs.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
Holy
So
cow.
basically, what we're doing is we're providing financial rewards for consistent saving. So if somebody earns $10 for every month, that they save $10 or $20. So if they put in $20 in their bank account, they earn $10. And this program lasts up to 6 months.
Cool.
Yeah, so we're definitely looking forward to for the opportunity, and we're still trying to enroll as many as individuals as possible. But our goal is 50 individuals by June 21st.
And if people want to get involved and enroll, where can they go?
So they could visit our website at www.middlesexunitedway.org,
Yep.
or we also have a saverlife.org/Alice Saves CT website as well. .org, I apologize.
Yeah.
Yes.
And obviously, people, is it limited to how many people, or the more the merrier?
Perfect question. So how does it work? Individuals, so basically, let me backtrack a little bit.
Sure,
I'm
absolutely.
using my cheat sheet here. No,
That's
it's something
okay.
brand new.
That's okay.
So basically, the way it goes is, if you're over the age of 18, you have a bank account that has access to a link. So they link their account within their account, and as they are saving dollars, the $20 every month, those $10 go in the bank account. So they have to be over the age of 18, and they have to qualify under the Alice constraints.
And it's that easy.
It's that easy. So you look up that website. You go on either our personal website, or you go on the saverlife.org website, and all the information is there. It's pretty step by step on how to enroll. And if you qualify, you are able to for 6 months save some money and earn some dollars as you're consistent with what you're trying to do.
And then after the 6 months is over, the program basically.
So after the 6 months is over, the program, yes. So it's basically a program for the individual to get started. It's a helpful start for them to see how they can become financially stable.
For those of us that don't know, can we maybe explain a little bit more of what Alice is and how it works?
Yeah, certainly. So Alice, everyone sees it every day.
Yep.
It could be a person at your favorite coffee shop that is struggling to try to make ends meet. I do have some percentages of
Sure.
our shoreline communities, and I'll go down some of that. So in Westbrook,
Please.
we have 25% of residents that are Alice families. In Old Saybrook, we have 31% of residents that are Alice families. And in Clinton, we have 24%. In Essex, 20%. Killingsworth, 15%. And in Deep River, 32%, which is our highest. So these are individuals or folks that are really trying to make ends meet, and from a car issue to a medical bill, that could really set them back up and trying to pay bills, and that's where the issues become.
Now, as far as
Paramedic.
far as you can see behind you, you guys changed your motto.
Yeah. So United starts with you. I think it's a great slogan.
Yeah.
And basically, it's cream of the pudding. Everywhere, everyone has to start somewhere, right?
Exactly.
And whether it's giving back to the community with your time or dollars, United starts with you. United starts with me. United starts with your crew here. So it's basically a great a great saying, and it's something that we really are enjoying and putting it out there for everyone.
So over the next couple of months, what are you guys at the United Way up to?
So next couple of months, we just wrapped up our 2018-2019 campaign year with
You
our
guys had
awards
breakfast.
Yeah, we had.
Tell us about breakfast.
So breakfast was amazing. We had about 148. I want to say we had a staff meeting this morning. That was the final count. We had 148 individuals that were awarded for all their fantastic support throughout the campaign year. We have phenomenal stories from the beginning to the end, and I mean the crowd was just pleased with everything. We were really, really excited about the whole thing. So it was definitely a nice breakfast. The program was phenomenal. Everybody was excited and really looking forward to next year's campaign here.
And you guys kick off the new campaign
In September.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So now we're kind of building the campaign materials now, going back and seeing what we want to put out there as far as promoting our campaign. And then we begin doing what we do best and really getting the word out and sharing all the good things that United Way is doing with all their partner agencies.
I was going to say, so what are some of the good things that the United Way does that specifically sticks out in your mind?
We're involved in every corner of Middlesex County, whether it's our Young Leader Society or our Women's Initiative. We try to give our time as much as possible. We try to get as many young professionals and professionals involved. We're giving back to the community. Whether it's a toy drive that we're a part of, we have a couple of events that are coming up. Power the Purse, that's put together by our Women's Initiatives crew. And we also have our Putts for a Purpose, which is also another special event put on by our Young Leader Society. So we get involved with the community, and we really have a great time doing so. So
let's talk about the upcoming events.
Mm-hmm.
What, where, and when?
So our Women's Initiative Power of the Purse is June 18th, I want to say. I have to double check. We might have to go to the, and then our Putts for a Purpose is on June 6th. Yes. There's more information on the website, so if you guys need more detailed information, you go on www.middlesexunitedway.org to get the correct dates and times.
Would you mind sticking around for another second?
No.
We'll be right back.
Yeah.
With newspapers and media outlets merging all over the country, communities are losing their local voice.
There's so much going on in the community that I think doesn't really, there's a lot of folks who are unaware of it. And I think things like this can bring it out into the community and in that way kind of bring the community together.
Information and to our residents is the key to good governance. And with the national media and local media not often covering us, this is an excellent opportunity for us constantly to communicate with our constituents and also to have them communicate with us.
The best outcomes will be achieved through a community-based organization that grows its operation and scale by means of locally produced programming.
All of our content is volunteer produced, so we do shows from talk shows to music shows, working with high schools.
VSC TV is committed to ensuring that the investment made to secure these powerful tools will pay great dividends in the community for many, many years.
And welcome back to this week's edition of the Pete Mezzetti Show. Sitting here with Manny from the Middlesex County United Way. Manny, welcome back.
Thank you.
Thank you. So we were talking in the first segment about dates, fundraisers, and upcoming things and events.
Yes.
So
when? So June 6th is Putts for a Purpose, Tap House in Cromwell, Connecticut, 5 p.m. So, and that's our next upcoming event. And if you guys are miniature golfers, professional miniature golfers, is $30 to play, and a foursome, of course, is $120. So all goes back to for a great cause, and we're looking forward to having another sold-out event this year.
And if you're not a professional miniature golfer,
you just come out, have fun, and enjoy a great time with a lot of young professionals and professionals amongst Middlesex United Way and Middlesex County.
Nice.
Yeah.
So what other events do you guys have coming up in the near future? I know we talked about a couple of them in the first segment.
Yeah. So so again we have the Power of the Purse. Then we have our Putts for a Purpose, as I just mentioned, and then as the year goes on, we don't have dates yet.
That's okay.
But we do have our kickoff for our campaign year for 2019-2020
in September.
And then we have our annual meeting typically in January, where we kind of brief the crowd and the community and our efforts for the campaign, and then we end the year with our awards breakfast.
Your breakfast again.
Yeah.
Now, what types of people speak at the awards breakfast?
So we have 4 phenomenal co-campaign chairs who we like to call the Fantastic Four. They have done a phenomenal job. They did such a great job last year that they are coming on for a second year. And so they get a big part of the program. Kevin Wilhelm also speaks. We have our award winners. We had our new Liberty Bank president, Mr. David Glinton, who is a phenomenal speaker. We had 2 individuals speak about how United Way they have benefited from United Way and what we do within the community, and those are very impactful and powerful that morning. So. A lot of tears in the eyes of everyone. The second time, the last speaker we had, which closed out the show, and she was amazing. So it was something you definitely had to be there for.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So, but yeah, no, it was a great event. We had a lot of individuals speaking. I actually go on the crowd myself, and did for some of the award winners. We had FedEx. Clinton Youth Services. We had Standard Knapp, Mike Weaver, who won who received an award for his leadership role and continued support. And I went out and had an interview question for them before they actually received their award. Just asked them things along the lines of, why continue support? What leverages do you have? With all the things that you do in the community, and the partnerships that you have with Middlesex United Way. So it was nice. It was nice. It was entertaining. The crowd really liked that we were engaged in that way, and I enjoyed myself. I felt like I was a news reporter and going out there and really having fun.
You felt like you were me.
Yeah, basically.
And asking questions.
This is not easy. I give you a lot of credit for it.
Asking questions.
Yeah, asking questions and just being detail oriented and just really being yourself and enjoying that person's conversation, basically.
Exactly. I was going to say, you probably wouldn't want to interview Kevin Wilhelms.
He's a great guy.
He is. He's awesome. I like Kevin a lot.
He is great. A great CEO, but also, I think if he lived in Middletown, he'd be probably the mayor of Middletown.
I'd have to move to Middletown. I would move to Middletown for that.
Yeah,
he's a good guy.
He is a good guy.
He's a great guy. So what else do we want to tell everybody about the United Way? Obviously, there's a lot of different nonprofits out there.
There are.
What makes you guys so unique?
We're unique because we leverage and we provide those leadership resources that every nonprofit needs to succeed, whether it be the funding dollars or an individual within our leadership groups that wants to give to other nonprofits. We really are just a catalyst for Middlesex County in so many ways that it's our brand, our logo, our what we do in the community. We really are involved. We like to. Our main goal is to give back,
right,
and in as many ways possible. And the saying goes, it takes a village to raise a child, but it really takes a community, a village to raise a community. And we just try to leverage all our partner agencies to collaborate and think outside the box to really focus on how they can leverage the dollars that they received from us or from other donors that they get.
And obviously, you guys give grants to other local nonprofits.
We do.
As far as money goes, is the grant process pretty simple, pretty easy to go through?
It's pretty simple. Yeah, they have to answer questions as to what they are using the money for, what other donations or donors they have to leverage some of those gaps that they may have within the budget, and something that's going to be impactful within those 4 core areas I mentioned earlier: income, housing, education, and health, and making sure that that's going to be something that's going to be impactful, and there's going to be a program that's going to be sustainable if they didn't receive any funds from us as well.
Now, what is the lowest grant you guys have given out?
I want to say we have grant numbers from as low as $2,500 all the way to, I want to say, $30,000.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah.
Holy cow!
Yeah. So of course, it depends on how impactful your program is and how many residents you're serving or how many individuals you're serving within those dollars, and how long that program has been running for also.
Yeah.
Helps out.
Now, is there, for example, let's say the XYZ corporation, the XYZ nonprofit comes in and and applies for your grant, and they get the grant. Is there a waiting period as far as time, can you apply next year if you get the grant the year that year?
You can, yeah.
Or
So
can
there's
you-
continuous funding if there's.
There's no waiting period.
There's no. So if we have our 38 grant fund nonprofits that we support or
Yep.
we fund, there is no waiting period in that individual if we say no to a certain nonprofit or there was no additional dollars left. Then they would have to wait for the following grant cycle in order to reapply for their program and what they're looking for.
I was going to say, and as far as the grant process and the grant application, people can go online and.
Yep, if they go online on our website, www.middlesexunitedway.org, everything is self-explanatory. We have tabs there. It says community impact. You are able to log on and with your username and figure out if there's an opportunity there for you to apply for a grant.
Cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
Pretty self-explanatory. Pretty easy.
Pretty simple.
Yeah, pretty.
Now, when do you notify the people if they get the grant, and how do you give out? Do you have like an award ceremony for?
No, so they get an award letter. Mr. Ebony and Kel Waheim are usually the individuals that notify these folks.
Yep.
So right now, I want to say we're looking at the end of this month. We are looking at all the applications, and by June, July timeframe, all of our nonprofits will know how many dollars they're going to receive and who is going to be receiving funding for the next grant year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
It is pretty cool. We have, like I said, we have a lot of great individuals from different career paths that really enjoy doing what they do, whether it's helping me fundraise, as I mentioned, with my four Fantastic Four, or community impact, working alongside Ed, or working with Amanda Furlong, who is our marketing director and oversees our Young Leader Society. So we have a lot of great individuals that are involved and just always hands-on with everything.
I've interviewed Ed before. He's a great guy.
Yes, he is.
He's a
Great guy. Very knowledgeable. He's been involved with my Middlesex United Way for quite some time.
Definitely.
Yes.
Definitely. So, if people want more information on the United Way and to get involved when they go to your website, what other types of information can they find?
They can find information all the way from detailed reports with each town that we service, all the programs that we involve, that we partner ourselves with, the opportunities we have, volunteer opportunities with the Young Leader Society or the Women's Initiative, anything that we do, Day of Action, as I mentioned, with the Alice Says program, the new initiative that we have out there. So there's so many. We have our phenomenal PSA from last year's campaign still up there, but it's still something that we are very excited and happy to showcase on our front page. So it's a lot of detailed information. Definitely find out a lot of things.
And from you and I were talking before that they can also go and take a look at the new United Way public service announcement that's on the website as well.
Correct. Yep.
And it's new and it's updated because we've got a new slogan behind us.
Yes, this is our new slogan. United starts with you.
Yeah.
And it's great. I really like the slogan. So
Definitely. Yeah. Now, as far as the Middlesex County United Way, you guys just reached Middlesex County.
So yes. So a fun fact is the last 24 years we have raised $20 million that have gone back to Middlesex County.
Yep.
And all the partner agencies that we've funded over the years.
Wow.
Yeah. So the last 24 years, $20 million have been raised that have gone back to Middlesex County, which is great and amazing.
That's a phenomenal number.
Yeah, it is a phenomenal number.
And
like Kevin likes to say, we can't do the 25 years because the system doesn't allow us to go back 25 years. So next year will be the 25th year.
Oh, it doesn't. No.
It doesn't allow us to go back. So
you can't go back. So you got to go forward to go back.
Exactly. So one more year, and we'll have that 25th year number, and I'm looking forward to that.
What do you think the number is going to be?
Hopefully in the 21 million range, so we definitely surpassed our goal this year with our projection, and we are excited for next year's goals as well.
What was the goal?
So this year's goal was 1.425, and we raised 1.327. I want to say. Oh, sorry, 1.437. I apologize.
Wow.
So yeah, so a couple $1,000 more, which
All
is
right.
it's great.
Okay.
It gives us an opportunity to leverage a couple extra dollars in here and there, and
Take the extra money.
yeah, always willing to take the extra money. So, but it goes back to, again, to all of our great funders that we have that really support us and have continued supporting us for so many years.
Yeah. So if people want more information, they can go to the Middlesex County United Way website.
Yes, yep. So www.middlesexunitedway.org.
And if people, before we forget, if people want to reach you directly and email you, what can they do?
They can email me as well. So my email address is manny.martinez@middlesexunitedway.org.
I was going to say, and I believe we have that up on the screen behind you.
Yeah.
And obviously, you'd be willing to talk to anybody if they want more information on the United Way, or.
Of course. Even with our so we have our shoreline team of phenomenal volunteers that we meet once every other month. So if you're looking to get involved with our shoreline efforts and just really trying to showcase what we do within the shoreline community, you're more than welcome to join us. Please shoot me an email if you're looking to get involved.
Cool. Manny Martinez from the Middlesex United Way. Thanks for coming down. We'll see you soon.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Yes,
you, my
of course.
friend. On behalf of Manny Martinez, I'm Pete Mezzetti. Thanks, good night, and we'll see you next time.